Wow, 2 comps in 1 weekend, let alone in 1 video. Anyways, both of these comps were great, and I would like to go to another Palisades comp if they were given another chance. Despite how mid the Palisades are nowadays.
Oh, look. It's a picture I took of you the first time I ever came here. Ah! Look at you, so young and happy. Where do the years go?
Anyways, side events in Nyack had FMC, OH, Clock, Megaminx, Pyraminx, Cube, and Squan, while an afternoon in Nyack had only 2x2 and 3x3. I signed up for every event in both competitions had to offer, including FMC, which I've only done like 5 times in my life. Anyways, for the sake of my computer storage, I'm only going to show you the fastest solve of each average unless said otherwise. So the first event that I did was square 1, and it wasn't that good for me, to be honest. I was pretty shaky and I couldn't, it was the first solve of the day, so of course I wouldn't do well. However, I did get a 16-second PR single, but the average wasn't great itself. I started off with a 37 plus 2, turning into a 39, which barely made cutoff, and then got a 27, which ruined the chance of me getting a PR average. However, the last 3 solves, which was a 21, 16, and 23, made up for that, and overall I got 24th place, which is right in the middle.
There we go.
There we go. Oh boy, what a very important round of clock I was in. Basically, this was the first time I get to use Optimized Pacman officially, and also, this would be the first time I actually get to use my Cornyawi clock, including Dalv and Starlo from Undertale Yellow. Anyways, the average started off really well with my fastest solve being an 824, a 915, and an 854. However, during the 4th solve, this happened.
Enough.
Now, going into the final solve, I was extremely scared because if I DNF or even mess up my final solve, then it's basically over for me. Now, I just sat down, hoped for the best, and just prayed that I didn't DNF. And thankfully, I didn't. I got a 927 solve, which isn't bad at all. This solve actually made me able to barely scrape a sub 9 average, which was an 899, and it got me 21st place in the first round, which was barely enough to scrape it to 2nd round.
7, please. Just. Oh my God! Wait, I might got that sub 8.
If I can describe this round of Pyraminx, it would be mid, because there was nothing good, nothing bad. There was nothing really to write home about. This isn't even my fastest time, which was a 489. This is my 651 plus 2, but my reaction was pretty funny, so I decided to show that. Actually, in my 4th solve, I predicted that I would get a 5.4 for the solve, but I got a 5.2, which was really close. Anyways, I got a 31st, and that was barely enough to make it. What is it with me barely making it to next rounds? Anyways, yeah, that's basically it.
I mean, I almost messed it up.
So next up was lunch, and my friend Angelo and I decided to explore the mall, and it was pretty cool. I'll show you some clips.
No way.
Anyways, back to the competition. Now, Scube went pretty well, but I don't think there's anything interesting about my average. I got a 524, 671, a 555, a 412, which you're seeing right now, and a 633, which got me 12th place, and was enough to get me to the finals. Also, that 412, I had a very good scramble, but I kind of fumbled it.
So badly.
Now for one-handed. Oddly enough, I really wanted to do well in this event, and I did. Before the event, before I had to compete, I actually changed my my main from the Guhang Pro to the Gan Mini M Pro because it was becoming like really unstable and stuff. What you're seeing is the 1797. The first solve actually tied my old PR on 1851, and then I got a 22, and then the 17, then a 20, and then a 22, which was pretty good, but it sadly wasn't enough for finals, which would be the first final I would miss that day.
9% sure. PR single.
Now before I show you any solves, I just want to show you a video I took myself prior to this round.
Record this to bring a promise. If I get a sub 130 average in Megaminx, tomorrow I'm going to this competition in my lose from the Owl House cosplay.
What?
Lose from the Owl House.
So yeah, this was my first time doing Megaminx, and I actually wanted a sub 130 average. So I promised myself I would wear my Lose the Cedar cosplay to the next day of the competition. So how it started, I started with a 137, which isn't great, but it was still enough to get cut off. And then the next three solves, a 123, a 127, then a 126, and all of those times were really good, and I was on pace to get a sub 130 average I was wanting. And the last solve you were looking, I was in the zone. I was very like concentrated. I really wanted it. And then when I stopped the timer, I was very surprised to see a 117, meaning I guaranteed a sub 130 average, sorry. And my reaction to it was actually really funny.
I am lose Reseda from the Owl House. I am lose Reseda. I am lose Reseda.
So knowing that I barely made it to Pyraminx round 2, I decided to lock in this round. So I changed my queue from the Weilong Pyraminx to my Gan Pyraminx, which is probably gonna stay that way. The first solve is a 438, then a 951, then a 625, then a 4.7, which means that there's a counting 4, then a 533, meaning that my average would be a 543. Which is a lot better than round 1, and I genuinely thought that I would have gotten went to finals. However, I was looking at WCA Live, and I kept refreshing and refreshing, and I was basically the last spot for finals, and there was one more person that was gonna be entered, and the person not only took my place in finals, took the 16th spot, but got an average 0.01 second faster than my average, which was extremely painful.
What is that? What is that?
Now, nothing notable really happened during competing, and I'm also going past the 10-minute mark, so I'm just gonna speed through the last two events that I was doing. Now, SKU finals. I tried to qual myself after I barely missed Pyraminx finals. Also, I unironically said this during this solve.
Oh boy. Wait, what the Sigma?
Anyways, I got a 6.5 average, which got me third to last place in the finals. That's great. I literally do not know where the footage of Clock Round 2 went, but it's not in iCloud, so I guess it's lost. I got a DNF on the third solve, but other than that, every other solve was a pure sub 10, which ended up being a 9.58, and it wasn't enough to get into finals. Also, shout out to Daniel Rimmer for getting a 2.47 German national record during that competition. That was cool to see. Anyways, that was basically it for competing that day. My friend Angelo, who was also competing, we just decided to explore the mall a bit, and here are a few things that we did.
Look at this. Look at this. Let's just go to floor 1. Let's see how much the time. Oh my goodness. We might be in the back rooms right now. Oh my gosh. Bro. What if we enter the back rooms? I'm scared. Oh my god. Where are the back rooms? Oh, there's the actual fun stats. I'm scared. Okay. Yo, oh my gosh. I think a picture of this. What? Why is it Chinese? Yeah, there we go. Yeah.
Yeah, so that was basically it for today. I didn't want to add more or put in like day 2 of it because this video would be extremely long, so I'll make a part 2, maybe a part 3 because something happened in between the 2 competitions. So make sure to look out for that. Anyways, see ya.